Hello everybody, this is Pitch Black here, and welcome to, at long last, the Skulls General Reviews episode 6, in which today I am going to be taking a look at a Virgin New adventure, Doctor Who, Christmas on a Rational Planet by Lawrence Miles. And now this is actually going to be an anticipation review for once, which is going to be really nice. I'm interested to see how it goes. Because this episode is going to be more of an experimental episode anyway, because not only because this is going to be my anticipation review, my first anticipation review for this series, but also because there's going to be some big changes to this series. So far, if you've been paying attention to this series, I've been doing, I've done 5 episodes: Human Nature, Return of the Living Dad, Target novelisation of Doctor in the Face of Evil, Target novelisation of Doctor in the Underworld, and The Johnston's Curse. And as you know, I have been doing this really interesting kind of editing format with the Skulls General Reviews, and I did them previously for my reviews of Marco Polo, my review of Marco Polo, the Daleks Master Plan, and Power of the Daleks for the Skulls General Reviews episode 6. So I also did that editing style with those reviews, but mostly they've been in the Skulls General Reviews so far. Now, I know a lot of people actually like the editing that I have done in the Skulls General Reviews. I got a really nice comment from Dr. Forever for the editing, about the editing on of the Skulls General Reviews review of the Droston's Curse. However, I regret to inform you guys that I am unfortunately going to be ditching that editing format, and this is something I kind of don't want to do, but I need to do it, simply because the point of the Skulls General Review series is so that I can put out Doctor Who reviews of books more frequently, and because of the editing that I am doing on every review is so meticulous and so time consuming, it kind of puts me off of doing the series, simply because, not that I am dissatisfied with the episodes or something like that. The episodes have been fantastic for me. In fact, I would say my review of The Underworld Target and The Droston's Curse are 2 of my best videos, period. So I am definitely not dissatisfied with the episodes. It's just that I'm kind of put off from doing the series if I keep to the editing format that I have been doing, because it feels like an editing format that I would just do for like a special episode or something like that, which I did for my Marco Polo reviews, Daleks Master Plan review, and Path of Daleks review for the Time Destructors and Shoutouts for the special. It just kind of feels like an editing format that I should kind of only really do for like special videos or something like that, and not kind of a kind of general series that I want to put out frequently. Just before this goes on too long, I am ditching the editing format that I have been doing, simply because it puts me off of doing the series if I need to put in that much effort, and this is supposed to be a series where I'm trying to get as many episodes, trying to get lots of episodes out frequently. I think even at one point I wanted to try and do like 2 episodes per week even, and by this point of the Skulls General Reviews I want to be like about 20 episodes out. I've only got 5 out, and that's because of the editing format. The editing format has been putting me off of doing episodes because it's so meticulous, and and it just kind of puts me off of doing it, because it's supposed to be kind of like this general series that I'm going to be, that I'm wanting to put out every day. Not necessarily every day, but really frequently. And see, I think I'm butchering this by this point, but I think you guys get my general gist. I'm ditching the editing formats simply because I want more episodes of this series to come out more frequently than I have been, and hopefully I want to try and get like about 60 episodes, up to about 60 episodes of the Skulls General Reviews by the end of this year, hopefully. I kind of wanted the Skulls General Reviews to be kind of like 40% quality, 60% quantity. And I know people say it's a bad thing to do quantity over quality, but I just really wanted to try and get these videos out more frequently, and that's not really happening with my old editing format that I had for all of the older episodes. And so yeah, I think I've rambled along enough here. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. This should have been really in its own kind of video, this section, but I felt like that it needed to be tied in with another episode of the Skulls General Reviews, simply because I don't want people going into a new Skulls General Review without having seen this segment and saying, oh, why is the editing format different or something like that. So yeah, Skulls General Reviews are going to be changed rapidly from now on, and I know some of you guys are going to be really disappointed that the editing format is not going to stay the same. It's going to be rapidly watered down. But here's the thing, I'm going to be getting book reviews out a lot more frequently, and they're going to be still having the same kind of general consensus as, or some kind of general premise as the previous episodes of the Skulls General Reviews. I'm still going to be going through the general opinion and speaking about my own personal opinion, whether or not I agree with the general consensus or not. So yeah, and I really didn't want, and like I said, I didn't want people looking into another, watching a Skulls General Reviews without having seen this and complaining that the editing format is different or something like that. So yeah, I've rambled on long enough. This is already 8 minutes into the video, and without further ado, let's finally get on to the Skulls General Reviews episode 6. Christmas on a Rational Planet.
I'm going to be getting into the review part of this video by taking a look at the cover of this absolutely beautiful book, and then we're going to be moving on to the general consensus and the opinions on this book. So without further ado, or my kind of anticipation kind of review part of this book. But anyway, let's take a look at the front cover. So we have The New Adventures Doctor Who, Christmas on a Rational Planet, Lawrence Miles, and it is actually in this kind of split vortex style that the Virgin New Adventures had from Happy Endings until the end of the New Adventures series with The Dying Days. Normally it's like split like in this like little grey kind of colour, but this time it's actually dark green, which is absolutely awesome. Then we have Christmas on a Rational Planet by Lawrence Miles. Then for the cover art itself, in this kind of very kind of inferno, kind of doomsday, apocalyptic looking sky. Underneath that we have this town, some trees, some American Indians marching down a hill and some sort of ritual. And then here we've got a totem pole with 3 devils on it. Very striking cover art this, and very menacing and kind of intimidating in a way, and it's absolutely awesome. I love this cover. And then on the spine we have Christmas on a Rational Planet, Lawrence Miles, Doctor Who logo, and Christmas on a Rational Planet is in bold red. And then we have that green vortex again for the back of the book. And then we have Christmas on a Rational Planet, an original Doctor Who novel, An End to History, An End to Certainty. Is that too much to ask? December 1799. Europe is recovering from the age of reason. The Vatican is learning to live with Napoleon, and America is celebrating a new era of independence. But in New York State, something is spreading its own brand of madness through the streets. Secret societies are calling from the woodwork, and there's a satanic conspiracy around every corner. Ross Forrester is stranded in a town where festive cheer and random violence go hand in hand. Chris Quedge is trapped on board the TARDIS with someone who's been trained to kill him, and when reason itself breaks down, even a doctor can't be sure who or what he's fighting for. Christmas is coming to town, and the end of civilization is following close behind. And there we've got the Doctor Who logo, and a little bit about Lawrence Miles, which says Lawrence Miles feels the back cover will look a bit empty if he doesn't say something interesting about himself, especially how they've taken away the previously unexplored realms of space and time bit. And it says he has a finite number of cats. Good for you, mate. Then the cover design is by Slater Anderson, and the cover painting by Mike Posen. Then you've got the prices down there, and barcode, and you won't be getting this book for these prices because this is quite a pricey book, which I was lucky enough to get this for like about £20, along with let me think, Infinite Requiem set piece and The Death of Art for all £20 on as an eBay auction, which is absolutely awesome. And now we're going to be moving on to the general consensus of this book and my own personal kind of anticipation review on this book.
Now we're going to be moving on to the general consensus of this book, and also my own little kind of anticipation review sort of thing on this book. So looking on Goodreads, this book has an average rating of a 3.35 out of 5, and it has kind of mixed reactions. There are 4 fully written reviews, and the ratings have been, from what I can see on this one page, have been kind of a bit all over the place really. It's quite marmite. There's 2 3 out of 5s, 3 2 out of 5s, 1 out of 5, 2 5 out of 5s, and also a 4 out of 5. So indeed it seems to be a very kind of marmite Doctor Who book. One reviewer said it said, interested in listening to Roz whine, looking for a story with more holes than a donut shop, then read this book, otherwise do yourself a favour and pass on by. And the actual written review says the review of which gave 4 out of 5. Twisted indeed, a darkly humorous, darkly disturbing, and darkly fascinating mix of colonial American history, sensuous and mystic French agent, enjoyable master manipulator 7th Doctor shenanigans, and a glorious outing for jaded companion Ross Forrester. This picture subplot featuring companion 2 Christopher Quedge is so tame and engaging by comparisons. So overall this book seems to be a bit of a marmite one, and to be honest, I'm not actually sure if I'm actually going to enjoy this Doctor Who book, because I think I might actually hold out on reading this book and actually read something like The Death of Art or something like that sometime soon, rather than actually reading this book, because this one seems to be a bit of a marmite and I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy it. The blurb itself sounds good, but by the reviews it doesn't sound that amazing of a book, but I probably will give it a try one day. And Rosalind Forrester and Christopher Quedge are like 2 of my favourite companion duos, are like one of my favourite companion duos. I would say maybe they're like my 3rd favourite companion duo, maybe like Victoria and Jamie at number 1, Sarah and Stephen from the Daleks Master Plan at number 2, and then Rosalind Forrester and Christopher Quedge at number 3. Yes, that's how much I love them. So it's going to be interesting to read this book overall, and the cover is really good and very intriguing, but never judge a book by its cover. So yeah, I really like Rosalind Forrester and Christopher Quedge. It's going to be interesting to see more stories from them, and also it's another Virgin book, so and Virgin New Adventures are one of my favourite range. Is my favourite range of Doctor Who books, so it is going to be interesting to read what is a rarer kind of Virgin New Adventure, because this one does go for like £15 on Amazon at retail and stuff. I think it's more than that on Amazon at UK, which is really awesome. Which is really interesting. So yeah, overall, I think I'm going to give this book an anticipation rating of an 8 out of 10. It seems like overall it's going to be an interesting read. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this book overall, but I think I might. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because I only prefer like historical stories, and as you would see in my top 10 Doctor Who books video, which is actually coming on the 31st of March this year, I have put in some. I really do like my historical books, and trying to remember, I think about 3 or 4 actually made it into my top 10, and I think about 2 actually made it into my top 5 even. So I really do like my historical stories, and also when it's like gonna have like a sci-fi twist as well, which is always interesting to see on historical stories. So yeah, overall I'm going to give Christmas on a Rational Planet by Lawrence Miles an anticipation rating of an 8 out of 10. I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this book overall, but it's going to be an interesting read nonetheless, and an interesting instalment in my favourite range of Doctor Who books, the Virgin New Adventures. Like, favorite, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed Skulls String Reviews episode 6, kind of first episode, kind of revampage of Skulls String Reviews. So yeah, so like, favorite, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Catch you guys later. Be material.